Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, and concept film. Really? This is very clearly and obviously not for me. I don't get Taylor Swift, or maybe I do, but I hope I'm wrong. I don't think Swift is a cause of our declining artistic literacy, but I do think that her rise to megastardom is a consequence of it. As a concert film, I'm not sure this qualifies. It's a show, for sure, but is it still a concert if you can't see where any of the music is being generated from? Isn't it just a musical at that point? Who gives a shit? A lot of my favorite movies and books are ones where it's difficult to answer the question, what is it about? What is Amadeus about? Well, I guess it's about Mozart, but not really, right? It's about greatness and envy and respect and temptation and repression and pain and love and death and... What is Slaughterhouse-Five about? I guess it's about Dresden and a man who gets kidnapped by aliens, but... Not really, right? It's about comfort with the inevitability of death and cruelty and compassion and the relationship of life with the infinite. One of the things about Swift's music that grates on me is that every song is about exactly what it's about. Great art explores big ideas, bad art ignores them, and mediocre art explains them. A lot of the best music uses its structure and lyrics to explore complicated themes and ideas. Swift's uses them to explain them. All of her messages are right there in the lyrics, which makes it easy to talk about meaning, because you don't have to think at all. Is this song about female empowerment? Oh, she just said fuck the patriarchy, so I think I get it now, I should yell woo really loud. I don't think all these millions of people are dumb wrong idiots, I think they're busy with their lives and haven't been taught, or taught themselves, how or why art should sometimes be subtle. I don't think that the average person has bad taste in music, that would be myopic, and while I'm less ignorant than average about music, I'm hardly a genius or scholar. I think the average person has no taste in music. Creating taste in art takes a lot of time. You have to listen to a lot of music, study it, find out what about it works for you, search for more of that. It's exhausting and most people just don't bother. That's why so much pop music of any era sounds the same. In the absence of preference, people will gladly substitute recognition without even knowing it. Nobody knows what they like, but everybody likes what they know. So, across eras, across songs written by Max Martin and Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner and Bon Iver, Swift's fans recognize the voice, they recognize the I-4-6-V chord progressions, they recognize the syncopated vocals over basic rhythms, they recognize the hammer-meat-nail obviousness of the messaging, they recognize the use of 10 words in every line that would perfectly accommodate it. It's familiar and it takes work to distinguish that from good. I'm not made of stone, there have been albums that I've liked, but I think they've been despite Swift, not because of her. I like a lot of Red, but that's because it sounds like a Max Martin joint. I like a lot of Folklore, but that's because it sounds like The National record with worse vocals. Maybe I'm totally full of shit. Maybe there's more to You Belong With Me than a crass attempt to self-brand as an outsider instead of a beautiful blonde. Maybe there's more to The Last Great American Dynasty than a justification of the purchase of another mansion to add to her billionaire fleet of excess. Maybe there's more to Look What You Made Me Do than a demonstration of how a lazy songwriter can use the word just to fit a line with too few syllables into a spot without giving away her obvious disrespect for meter. I just, now I'm doing it, can't get past the artifice of it all. So little of this show feels genuine. There are maybe 2 or 3 voice cracks or flat notes, which speaks to the impressiveness of Swift as a performer, but also provides tiny glimpses of a humanity that's been too obsessively scrubbed away from her music and persona. I know, I'm an old grumpy curmudgeon who doesn't understand kids these days and their music, but if you find yourself screaming and crying because a famous lady says you're a good crowd and you're over 14, maybe you need to get your shit together? Okay, I'll go back to my 100-year-old jazz records and shut the fuck up at least until I watch Renaissance, thanks for the memories. I'm going to give this film 3 out of 10. Let us know comments below, like, dislikes, subscribe. What's your opinion on this film? Or thanks for watching, see you later. Bye.